Connor, I'll ask you about that second period and maybe your line mate in particular, Evander Kane. That just seemed to be a period where he kind of grabbed it by the throat a little bit there.
He was great. Obviously, we didn't get off the start we wanted, and came out in the second, and I thought we did a lot of good things, and obviously Kaner, some real nice goals, some big goals for our group.
Leon, I think you guys knew you were heading to the playoffs, but it becomes official. Just maybe a thought on the journey getting to this point this year. There were some pretty dramatic ups and downs, yet here you are.
Yeah, I think in a perfect world, we would have liked our season to be a little more even keel probably, but sometimes that's the way it goes, and at the end of the day, we're in, right? So that's all that matters. That was goal number one, and we're happy about that. We're proud of ourselves, but we're long from done.
Connor, just over here. Just a thought on doing it against Colorado, clinching it against the best team in the league. Does that kind of send a statement, do you think, that you guys are ready to make a good run in the playoffs here?
I mean, it's one game, we've played them hard, and they've been good games, and we found a way to lose two and found a way to win one tonight, and obviously tonight had some big implications with it, so that's all it is.
And Leon, you guys were here for the last playoff run when this was happening and the building was almost falling down with people on top of us. Yes, what are you guys looking forward to about this playoff drive or run?
Yeah, I mean, I think that atmosphere, right? That's part of what we play for. Obviously, at the end of the day, the result is, or the main goal is to win a Stanley Cup, right? So, but it's fun seeing these people, come out cheering us on. Even when it's not going our way, they seem to find a way to support us. So, yeah, we're excited that we're in, obviously, and step one is done.
A lot asked of the penalty kill this evening for you guys, Leon, and maybe yourself particularly on that 5-on-3. Just a thought on what you were able to do to sort of stem the tides and keep the team in this game in that realm.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of odd, starting a period with a 5-on-3. So I thought all four of us out there, Smitty included, did a pretty good job. We limited their chances. Obviously, a lot of skill on that team. Got to be aware of little plays through the seam. So, yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job.
Leon, a lot has been made about the change and how much that helped, but just a few games before that, Evander Kane arrived. Can you explain kind of what he's meant to this team in the last half of the season?
Yeah, he's a gamer. He shows up to big games. He shows up to play. He plays hard. He's got a unique skill set about him. Skilled forward, knows how to score, and has that physical element, right? That's big in the playoffs. So I think down the stretch here, and especially going into playoffs, he's going to be big for us.
And Connor, I know he's played with both you and Leon, Evander, that is, but can you explain how you guys have been able to find some chemistry together? You guys are different players, but it seems to have worked out.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He's forechecks hard, kind of to piggyback on what Leo was saying. He forechecks hard, brings a physical element, frees up a lot of pucks for me to get my hands on, and obviously I'm just trying to find him and my other line mates, whoever it is. So he's playing really well though.
Leon, you mentioned you would rather have had the season maybe be more even keel, but that almost never happens. Maybe can you just talk to us a little bit about, you lose your number one goalie for a long time. Mike's not healthy for a lot of the year. You change coaches. Kane comes in, a whole bunch of new stuff. Does all those changes and all the stuff you figured out during the year, does it make you a better team now?
Well, yeah, like I said, a little bit too much of an up and down season. I think everyone would agree with that, but these things happen, and good teams go through that. We knew from the beginning that we were a good team. It was hard for us to stay healthy. That's a big issue, With that being said, every team goes through that, and I thought for the most part we did a pretty decent job, other than that long stretch maybe. of sticking in the race. So a lot of changes, obviously, but we found our game, and obviously that's exciting and good news to going into the playoffs.
Two quick things. This is the first time in 3 years you're going to get to play a playoff game in front of fans, which I would think would be a lot more fun than the last couple of years. And in your time here, has this team and the roster around you, the team you got, the way you're playing, has this team ever played better hockey coming into a playoff playing right now?
It's tough. I think it's up there for sure. 2017, we had a really good team, really good run at the end. We're playing well in the playoffs. Last season, we were playing well after a tough start. So it's definitely up there. We have to make sure that we take this into the playoffs as confidence and continue it.